Welcome to Hands-on Equations, Lesson 4, Solving Word Problems. In this lesson, I want to introduce you to the problem-solving strategy of underline all the numbers in the problem and use this to help you create an equation. Let's begin practicing this strategy right now. Problem 1. Hasib went to Jarir bookstore and spent 18 reals. He bought 16 identical mechanical pencils. How much did each cost? You may already know the answer, but that's not the point. What I'd like you to do first of all is underline the numbers in this problem. Stop the tape and do that now. You should have underlined 18 reals, 6, and each. Yes, each is a number. It means 1. Your next challenge is to decide what x is going to represent from this problem in your equation. You'll usually need the question, if the problem has a question, to help you figure this out. Stop the tape and fill in let x equal. You should have decided to let x represent the cost of one pencil in your equation. Stop the tape and use the information you have accumulated so far to write an equation. Okay, you should have created something like this, 6 x's, however you decided to show them, balances with 18. Now, solve the equation. Stop the tape. You should have noticed that since there are 6 x's, you're going to divide both sides by 6 and find out that each x is worth 3, or each pencil cost 3 reals. Now let's try a problem that's slightly more difficult. Camille is thinking of 3 consecutive numbers that add up to 9. Find those 3 numbers. First, let me explain what consecutive means. It means one after the other, like 1, 2, 3, or 10, 11, 12. So your challenge, first of all, is to underline the numbers in this problem. Stop the tape and do that now. You should have underlined 3, or 3 consecutive numbers, 9, and 3 again. Now comes the real challenge. How can you use the variable x to represent all 3 numbers? Stop the tape and make your best guess now. Okay, this is a bit difficult, so let me give you a hint. Suppose instead of x I said, how can you use the number 7 to represent all 3 numbers? How could you use 7 to represent not only 7, but 8? And how could you use 7 to also help you represent 9? If you can do that, can you do it with x? Can you make x be part of the representation for all 3 numbers? Stop the tape and make another guess. Okay, here's one way that you could think about letting x represent all 3 numbers. Of course, x all by itself could represent the first number, no matter what it is. And if you take that x and add 1 to it, you'll always get the second number. And if you take the x and add 2 to it, you'll always get the third number. Now create your equation from the information you have before you. Stop the tape and do that now. Your equation should look something like this. An x and an x plus 1 and an x plus 2 balances with 9. Solve your equation. Okay, you should have decided first of all to remove 3 from both sides of the equation. That would leave you with 3 x's and 6. Since you have 3 x's, you should have decided next to divide both sides by 3 to give yourself 1x each of which should be worth 2. So our first number is a 2. 1 more is a 3, and 2 more than 2 gives us 4. So our answer is 2, 3, 4. Add them together, and you get 9. This is the end of our introduction to solving word problems. You have a worksheet, Lesson 4 worksheet, that you need now to complete. After you've completed it, go back to NVS and download the answer sheet and check your work. Make any corrections you need to make. Good luck.